Hello, diys-by-dar, part 3 of the Hoarder Craft Room Redo. Hello, my friends. I think we're coming into the end of week 3 or maybe week 4. My plan today is to go ahead and start mudding the nail heads and the drywall, and in between the time that is drying before I can put another coat on, I'm going to go ahead and finish some of the second coat on the primer in here. So hopefully we'll be able to get some other drywall this weekend. It is Friday, and I don't know, there's another big storm heading our direction, so I'm not quite sure, but let's do it. When I first opened this bucket of mud, it was clear liquid sitting on top of a solid brick. So I had to mix and mix and hopefully get this smooth enough so I could use it. Now, there are two different types of tapes that you can use for seams, and I prefer this fiberglass tape, which is sticky on one side, so you can just set it down and it will stick to your surface. The main difference between that and the paper, you don't have to put mud down first, then put your paper tape down and mud over the top of it. There's the package. So you just go ahead and try to fill that gap in between there little by little. And I think the only difference was they said that you should use some fast drying mud for it. I just had the regular mud and I didn't really see any difference, so I went ahead and used that. And the only difference I can see with the paper tape is that it does have a groove down the center of that paper. So when you're going to work on a corner, you can fold that paper right down that seam and it'll fit right in your corner exactly evenly. But I went ahead and used this for the corners anyway. You can do it. You just have to take and get one side even and try to roll that down one side, tuck it into the corner, and then get the other side adhered, which you'll see here in a minute. There it is in my corner. It works. Woo-wee! DIYs by Doug. He's got drywall. What are all them boards for?
For stuff.
Oh, okay. All right, I'm out here so I can help you move that. Here I am putting the second coat of primer on, and what I used was Zinsser Bullseye, primer, and sealer. because I figured that this wall was really going to need to be sealed. And you see that ugly like black mark on the wall? I actually had a smudge on my camera front, so that's not really a big smudge on the wall. All the little tiny grooves of that paneling, you need to fill that first, so it's a little time consuming to go ahead and fill it and paint it before you could actually roll it. I suppose you could probably just roll it and not do that, and those lines would show up a little bit more and it would give you more like a shiplap look, but that's not what I was going for. I wanted it to look more like a solid wall. Another morning, here I am, gotta get this done. I've got two walls that have a double prime on it, and I'm gonna go ahead and use the finish paint because I need a couple walls so I can take some pictures of some finished furniture pieces. And as you see in the foreground, I've got another piece I'm going to try to knock out by March 25th. We've got a couple furniture challenges coming up, so I better get cracking. Here is my final paint color, and I used Sherwin-Williams Infinity brand paint, and it was the most expensive paint that they had. It was like $60 a gallon in my area from the Lowe's. And even though it's rolling on, it looks rather white, you can see when it dries that it's a nice, light, cool gray color. I wanted it to help make the room look bigger, although it won't make the room bigger. The new drywall is up, as you can see behind me, so my next move when I work on this again is to go ahead and get that mudding done. It's probably going to take 2 or 3 coats before it's going to be ready for me to go ahead and prime and paint that. So what I've been working on is actually 2 projects. There are actually 3 furniture flipping competitions coming up, and they're all going to be running March 25th and 26th. So I've got 2 pieces, and the one piece I'm going to enter into this other competition, which you can go ahead and you can do that. I'm looking at the piece right now, the second one. It's almost done. It's pretty cool. If you go check out my last short, it will give you a clue to where I'm going with this piece. Until we get to part 4 on this room, probably my 2 furniture videos are going to hit. And come on and give them a view, give me a like, and subscribe. It'll help me out a bunch. Hey, you guys, have a nice weekend.